We have our first trade that's big and notable of the 2026 season. Let's talk about it. Up next here on No Buts About It. What's up, everyone? My name is Josh Butts. You're watching No Butts About It. And today we're going to discuss a trade that can't go through till March 11th when the league year kicks in. However, it has been agreed to. So let's just talk about it right now. There's normally a video Stan the Jet fan would make because it involves the New York Jets, but he's not available, so you're stuck with me instead. And that trade is Jermaine Johnson for T'Vondre Sweat. So the Titans and Jets doing a straight player-for-player swap. So real quick, let's look at some information. And we've got this confirmed. We know that this isn't just a rumor because Jermaine Johnson has acknowledged it on Twitter. He wrote, "New York, thank you for everything. Truly, the love I've been shown here for the past 4 to 5 years has been nothing short of amazing, both on and off the field. Y'all will always hold a special place in my heart. Wish all of my former coaches and former teammates the best." And he goes on to thank some people. But let's discuss what this trade means for both teams. So let's look at Jermaine Johnson first. So Jermaine Johnson in 2025, he was 26 years old. He had 43 combined tackles, 3 sacks, 6 QB hits, 5 tackles for loss. And he was recovering from a torn Achilles that he suffered in 2024 that derailed his season. And he even admitted that this wasn't his best season. 2025 was not a great year for him. There was a new defensive scheme with Aaron Glenn coming in. And, Achilles injuries, even though you're out there playing, those can take an extra year to kind of fully recover from. So I'll be interested to see if Jermaine Johnson kind of fully recovers and gets back to that first round prospect, first round athlete like we've seen him before. I mean, he's been a great player ever since he came into the league. He was drafted by Robert Saleh in the first round in 2022, I believe. So it makes sense that Robert Saleh wants him back. And I think that says a lot about both his character and his ability to play, that Robert Saleh is willing to, trade for him. So very interesting thing to keep an eye on whether Jermaine Johnson fully recovers from that injury this season. Next up, we got T'Vondre Sweat. And T'Vondre Sweat is a guy who was a huge prospect in 2024. First round potential, ran into some legal trouble right before the draft that hurt his draft stock. He ended up being like 38th overall pick, so still pretty good, and hasn't ran into any issues publicly since then. So he's kind of kept his head down, and he's been very good for the Tennessee Titans. He's only 24 years old, 34 combined tackles, 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hits, 4 tackles for loss. However, last season he did miss 5 games because of an ankle injury that he suffered in the season opener against the Denver Broncos. And I think that, this is a great trade for both sides. I think the Titans may kind of end up winning this, just barely, though, just very much so. And it's going to give the Jets a lot more options to work with stuff. The Jets ended up clearing $11 million in cap space. They get a guy who's on his rookie deal, which Jermaine Johnson was technically. He's on his 5th-year option. But T'Vondre Sweat is just a lot cheaper. The Jets save $11 million by trading away Jermaine Johnson. And I think the Titans only have like $1 million in dead cap from T'Vondre Sweat. So pretty much everything going on here is negligible. It's a pretty much straight up trade. And I think it fits their schemes more, right? Jermaine Johnson, he's kind of a smaller pass rusher. He's very athletic, very good, but he doesn't really fit the scheme that Aaron Glenn has been going for. Aaron Glenn wants a 3-4 scheme, so he's going to want big guys up front. And this could also point to the Jets wanting to draft Arvil Reese in the first round with that 2nd overall pick. They can draft an athletic linebacker who is going to help that front line. And that's more of what Aaron Glenn likes to do. He did that a lot in Detroit. He tried to do it a little bit with the Jets, and it didn't really work out. So that's kind of why they're completely retooling. They've already traded away Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys and Sauce Gardner to the Colts. So Jermaine Johnson is kind of just more of that plan. And having T'Vondre Sweat up front, having that big guy who's shown that he can stop the run, who's shown that he can rush the passer a little bit when asked to. That could be a big deal. Some other notes that Stan sent me are his thoughts regarding the Jets. That this might also allow Will McDonald to play his college role more, have him line up from behind from time to time. That's interesting, kind of a hybrid position there, if I'm understanding Stan right. The New York Jets could also, something I know Stan would be interested in, re-sign John Franklin Myers, who, they traded away 2 seasons ago. He's now going to be a free agent with the Denver Broncos. He unrestricted, could bring him back. That'd be an interesting move for Aaron Glenn to bring back a guy like that. Very good player, very talented player. So this opens up a lot of opportunities for the New York Jets here on that defense, something that Aaron Glenn was brought in to retool and wasn't really successful last season. So it looks like they're being a bit more aggressive now. Robert Saleh, just, getting athletic, getting his guy that he liked before, getting a leader in the locker room, someone he can trust, someone who is the type of player that he's already familiar with, likes those smaller pass rushers. So Jermaine Johnson just makes sense for that, that team that Robert Saleh is trying to build. And Robert Saleh is also someone who is going to be aggressive. He's on his second chance as a head coach. So he needs to prove that he's capable of doing it. They've got their quarterback on a rookie deal. So they're going to get the guys that they want, and they have a ton of cap space. So they're going to work hard to build around Cam Ward and build around those pieces that they have. And Jermaine Johnson is just a part of that plan. But let me know what you think about this trade. Who won? Do you think the New York Jets won? Do you think the Tennessee Titans won? I'm interested to hear your thoughts below. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to be having some combine news here once we get into that more. It should be kicking off here in like 50 minutes, the drills. And we'll be doing all sorts of stuff. Got a big interview I'm excited about that's coming up. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of that. I appreciate it so much. And as always, go do something nice for someone.